guys, this is Brian again, Dolly VH. Got a contest entry today for Cindy's Cichlids. She recently hit 100 subs, and so she decided to do a contest to celebrate that, so congratulations, Cindy. Cindy's somebody I started following on Instagram first, and then at some point realized she had a YouTube channel. So again, if you do not follow Cindy on Instagram or sub to her on YouTube, go ahead and check her out. She's got a great cichlid tank, and she's kind of in the process right now of converting it over to an all-tang tank. So basically what the contest is she just wants a one tip for keeping a cichlid tank. So what my tip is going to be that it's the most important thing is filtration. Filtration, filtration, filtration. Depending on the size of the tank and the type of filter you use, filtration can vary, but whether you're using a sump, canister, or a hang on the back, there's some important things that I think are necessary as far as media goes within a filter. Filtration can also vary depending on if you've got a cichlid tank versus a planted tank or a marine tank. What I'm going to do right now is show you what I use on my 125 gallon African cichlid tank. This is different than what I use on my planted tanks. What I'm doing is I'm running an undergravel filter first of all, and I'm using two Marineland MaxiJet power heads to power the undergravel filter. But the main filtration where I use all my media, I use two Marineland canister filters. I use Marineland C530, it's the big dog, and Marineland C360. Inside of those filters, I use Marineland stock filter foam. I use one piece in each of the filters, and then I modify it with some Dr. Foster & Smith's fine or ultra fine foam padding on top of that. In the mechanical tray on the 530, I use generic carbon. Get it from Dr. Foster & Smith's, buy in bulk, guys. I use Kent nitrogen sponge in both of them, and I use polyfilter in both of them. Then in the C530 I use ChemiPure or ChemiPure Elite, depending on the price. And in the C360 I use API BioChemSorb. My chemical filtration is awesome, and it really helps keep the water crystal clear. The ChemiPure Elite and the BioChemSorb, along with carbon, are really going to improve your water clarity. Then in the biological tray, I use the bio balls and the ceramic noodles that come with the filters, but then I modify it and I add the Marine Pure. I add one box to each of the filters. If you're not familiar with Marine Pure, this stuff is awesome. You got to try it in your filters. It's a ceramic media that's very porous, and it's got like 20 times the surface area of most smooth ceramic media. So it really can handle the bio load, and it increases what your tank can handle as far as the bio load, which is very important with African cichlids because, as you know, you kind of need to overstock your tank in order to control aggression. So that's basically what I use in the biological compartments of my filter. In the very top, then, what I do is I modify it and I buy bulk polyester, or whatever you want to call it, filter floss, and I double it up. I use two 1-inch pieces, and I stuff that in there in the very top, so it gives one last final polish as the water flows out of the canister. Now, I'm not an expert on sumps. I've used hang on the backs. For the size of the tank that I have and for the uses I'm doing, I highly recommend canister filters. You can do the same type of thing with the sump, and you can do the same type of thing with the canister, or with a hang on the back. You just need to modify things. But as I said, filtration, filtration, filtration. That's the most important thing, I think, to have a healthy African cichlid tank, especially when you're overstocking. So again, guys, thanks for watching. That's my entry, and go follow Cindy's Cichlids on Instagram, and follow her on YouTube as well. You won't be disappointed. Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a great day.